We can very easily protect ourselves against highway robbers because the law provides organized cooperation of our benefit. But the seventh basic evil is more difficult to master because it strikes when we are not aware of its presence, when we are asleep and while we are awake. Moreover, its weapon is intangible because it consists of merely a state of mind. This evil is also dangerous because it strikes in as many as different forms as there are human experiences. Sometimes it enters the mind through the well-meant words of one's own relatives. At other time it bores from within through one's own mental attitude. Always it is a deadly and a poison. Even though it may not kill us quickly, it can take us on the way to a torture or to a death. How can we protect ourselves against negative influences? We can protect ourselves against negative influences putting a proper stop at the false imagination, false thinking, negative ideas, or sometimes it can be the result of the activities of negative people around us. We need to recognize that we have a willpower and we can put it into constant use until it builds a wall of immunity against negative influences. And this is what we can do in our own mind. We need to recognize the fact that we and every other human being are by nature lazy, indifferent, and susceptible to all suggestions which harmonize with our weaknesses. We need to recognize that we are by nature susceptible to all the six basic fears, and we have the habits of purpose of contracting all these fears. We need to recognize that negative influences often work on our thought, and they work on through our subconscious. Our subconscious mind becomes a victim. Therefore, they are very difficult to be detected, and they keep our mind closed against all people who depress and discourage us in any way. We need to clean out our medicine chest, throw away all the pill bottles, and stop pandering to colds, to aches, to pains, and imaginary illnesses. We need to seek deliberately the company of those who influence us to think and act for ourselves. So we need to develop an imagination. We should not expect troubles, as they have a tendency not to disappoint us. Sometimes we deliberately have doubts and in fact do develop a suspicious attitude, and rather than developing belief and faith, we fall into misguidance and go astray.